one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
I went to the petting zoo and I let the goat lick my penis.
3, 2, 1, fight.
Uh-oh.
Well, the best way to get something done, if it holds near and dear to you that you like to be able to... Anyway.
What the fuck was that?
Hello, what you doing?
Hello? Is there somebody there? Can you hear me? You're scaring me.
I'll cradle the balls, stroke the shaft, work the pipe, swallow the gravy. Get it over here, buddy. Let's do this. Yum, 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 yum.
This is great.
Well, I think if they win, I should get all the credit, and if they lose, I should not be blamed at all, okay?
Uh-oh, retard alert! Retard alert, class!
Which one?
My wife was cracking up. She's like, God, I wish you guys would just let him tell the story. The one where Dwayne's telling a story about his youth. And both of us are just sitting over here cracking up because we know exactly what the ending is. We just keep fucking interrupting
Anytime
him.
Dwayne says this one time, we know what it's going to lead to.
Are you hooked up?
It's going to lead to whoring around. Yeah.
Welcome to our podcast. We have nothing to talk about. Andrew has some stuff today, though.
About a house.
So are we not allowed to say the A word today?
Andrew?
Is that what? No, the other A word.
Andrew?
No, we can say Amanda all day long.
But if our podcasts aren't getting put up because of the A word.
No, it's not that. It's just shitting on Andrew for 20 or like 45 minutes. That was part of it. And it was just being mean for no reason.
Well, you can't say I don't deserve a lot of it.
No, you're fucked up. You're fucked up.
I didn't think you'd jump right into it.
Be honest with it.
Please don't upload this one. I can't take it.
And the I don't know. I made a few shorts out of it. Wasn't that many shorts to be made. I mean, not that I'm good at making shorts anyways.
If we're not offending people's delicate sensibilities, we're not doing this podcast, right?
We don't need to
bunch of snowflakes.
We can be hurtful to each other off air. We don't need to be hurtful to each other. I don't mind getting shit on, but it was just nonstop
Do I
shit.
owe you an apology that I don't know about then?
No. Well, it would be both of us.
I don't care if you shit on me. I just don't want it to be in reference to...
The thing is he's back.
Amanda.
So, am I to take that as like tacit approval of the shitting on part?
No.
Or do I owe an apology?
No, you don't owe an apology.
We just shouldn't be
Well,
talking about
if that's
Amanda
the case,
in
then
general.
why didn't it get uploaded?
I don't give a fuck about Amanda.
Yeah, neither way. She's out of my life, so why do we need to talk about her? Why do you keep bringing it up?
I didn't.
God
bring
damn,
it.
all you ever do is talk about Amanda.
Yeah.
And
Shit.
his big schlong.
And-
That's something
His
we need to
dirty-
remove from this fucking...
His dirty penis.
oh, yeah. No, that's true. We're not removing that.
I say we all just show up in underwear one
No
day.
podcast
So
would be able to be uploaded if that's the case.
we debunk this big dick thing.
No, we
to stop
didn't.
it. No, I say we show up. We
No.
show up in underwear, and we just debunk this.
And what, like,
We're all
go
the
off
same.
Go off of the bulge?
Go out the bulge.
Oh, I've seen the bulge.
I was going to say, it's just going to be like a Barbie doll down there for me.
The bulge is
Fuck.
enormous.
Oh, God.
Not going to be anything to speak of.
I'm sitting there watching the news. I'm trying to find something viral. Have you guys saw the Cat Williams thing?
Who's Cat Williams?
Exactly.
He's a comedian.
Have you saw it?
No.
Is he a black comedian?
Yeah, he just shits on it.
I think I've heard of him, but can't specifically recall anything about him.
So he just goes on a podcast, and it's super viral now because he just shits on everybody. It's you're a bitter old man.
Like,
Just
my
fucking-
career is over and I'm trying to be controversial and in the news shitting on everybody, or like telling jokes that are genuinely funny about other people.
No, the great thing about the black community is when they have somebody they like, they stick with that guy throughout his life. So he's not irrelevant. He's still super popular. Yeah, even in the white community.
I don't know. I don't think a lot of people follow Bill Cosby anymore.
Yeah,
I think they kind
wonder
of threw
why.
him under the bus.
I wonder why. Because he's rapey. Cat Williams is not rapey.
That we know of.
He's super bitter.
We didn't know Cosby was rapey until it came out 20 years later about
that
him.
was kind of a shocking thing because I'm sure, I don't know about you, but I'm sure you and I grew up with Bill Cosby, right?
Yeah, watching his TV program where he's
The
getting
Cosby Show.
Yeah, well, he's getting,
America's dad, right?
he was an asshole then too. I didn't like him.
America's dad.
But who knew he was roofing people and raping them? So yeah, I looked on the news to see, and the Cat Williams thing's viral, but I don't give a fuck about that. It's just he's just super bitter that other people are successful and he's not. And people that are successful step on other people. It just is what it is. So they lie and they cheat and they steal from each other. And they fuck over little men all the time. It just is what it is. And he's bitter about it because he didn't step on as many people as Cedric the Entertainer and all these other fucking guys that Taylor's not going to know who the fuck they are.
I know who Cedric the Entertainer is.
I
don't know what he's done.
Nothing. He stole.
Steve Harvey looking at that man makes me angry.
Yeah. Well, he apparently, because now people are going and they're taking clips. So Cat Williams goes on there and says, they stole this and from him. So people are going and finding the shit. And it turns out, yeah, Steve Harvey stole everything. He's a fucking lying piece of shit. He steals from other comics for his material. Anyways, so the Cat Williams thing, and then...
He just looks like a huge douche to me. Like, just his general appearance.
Yeah.
And he's ultra-conservative Christian, too.
Oh,
right?
really?
He's got some awful opinions.
Is he?
Well, yeah, watch the show and you have clips of...
when he steals shit from people?
Oh,
he's a thief? He's a
he
Christian?
steals from the Bible, I guess. And he talks about family values.
Christians don't steal from the Bible. They just make shit up. If they actually stole from the Bible, they'd have a completely different outlook on life than they do currently.
What they want to apply to them. What they steal what they think is relevant to as a bargaining chip.
So I'm sitting there watching the news today, and there's a big discussion about Colorado and the Supreme Court and everything. And it's the stupid thing is, the president isn't an officer, is what they're saying, right? But like,
in what regard?
Oh, hold on. If you are like, let's say a gang, you're a motorcycle gang. The president is he's an officer in a motorcycle gang.
He runs it.
He runs it. If you're in a union and you're the president, you're the officer of the union. You run it. If you're the president of the United States, you're an officer in the United States. You run it. So this discussion that he's not an officer, it doesn't say it anywhere. It's just obvious.
I mean, he's the leader of the executive branch of government.
Yeah.
That makes him part of the government, regardless of how you slice it.
What are you guys talking about? What happened in Oregon?
Colorado.
What happened in Colorado?
They took him off.
They disqualified him from the 2024 ballot.
Trump? Okay. As well as Maine.
Maine did as well. And I think there's like 4 other states that are doing it too.
I'm voting Trump.
Womp womp.
I think he's going to get reelected.
I hope he does.
Just because of all the shit in the last 2 years.
You don't think that just because they're disqualifying him that they're going to not elect Ron DeSantis? Not like there's going to be a whole lot of Trump voters in...
The thing is if they kick
Ron
Trump
DeSantis
off the ballot, then you've got 3 choices. You can either write Trump in, you can vote Nikki Haley, gross, or you can...
I don't know what that is.
Vote for Ron DeSantis,
George Soros,
who is
right
the wet sponge of politicians. He's got no charisma whatsoever.
Who?
Yeah,
Ron
neither
DeSantis.
did Jeb Bush. Look at how far he got.
He didn't get very far.
Not president.
Please clap.
He was a governor. I don't know.
Yeah, but everybody's been a governor.
I've been a governor.
Wasn't Clinton a governor of South Carolina or something? Or he was in the Senate or the House or something like that?
Will you stop it?
South Carolina.
No, he's not from South Carolina.
North Carolina, whatever. Where?
Oh God.
Wasn't David Duke a governor? Or he was part of the legislature of Alabama?
Hold on. Where's Tyson's chicken from? Tyson Chicken.
Tennessee.
Kentucky.
No, wherever they're based out of, that's where because they funded his shit. God damn it. What state is that? I'm talking about Clinton. No, it's Midwest.
Alabama.
No, God damn it.
We have these things called cell phones.
Arkansas.
We can use to search things
Arkansas.
out.
Is it Arkansas?
Yeah.
See, I told you. I'd get there eventually. I know only 7 states, and that was all 5 of them.
Yeah. So
Arkansas. Yeah, wow.
I don't know why I got stuck on that. It didn't
Talk
really
about a
fucking matter.
shithole state.
You don't call David Duke the officer of the KKK. You call him the Grand Wizard.
He's still an officer
No, well, technically,
of the KKK.
he's the Supreme Cyclops.
I mean, if the president isn't an officer, then how can he be the leader of our military?
This isn't a debate. He's an officer.
No,
I don't know why this is a debate.
I'm not debating it with you.
I
I'm
know.
just bringing up another point. It's like he's obviously an officer.
I don't know why this is even a debate. It's because he's stacked the Supreme Court, and they're partisan, and they're going to do what they want to do with their fucking trips with billionaires and everything else. It's just we lost our civility like in the 50s and 60s, I think. Something happened.
That long ago? You don't think it was more recent?
Well,
It started a long time ago.
in the 80s.
You could argue that it started
In the
with
60s.
the end of the Civil War when we didn't, fucking literally try and execute every single leader of the South. I mean, honestly, they got off basically scot-free after the Civil War.
Okay, the 60s changed a lot of stuff. In the 70s, they started changing it. In the 80s, they got their first corporate president, and we've had a corporate president ever since.
Well, it's because you can pump as much money into politics as you want now.
Who was the first one, Reagan?
Reagan was the first corporate president, yeah.
You think who came after him? The Democratic president?
No, Bush and Bush.
Not. Well, you're talking about just conservative or Republican presidents, not Democrat.
No,
You're
Democrat.
talking about any president after.
Every president has been a corporate president.
Who's the one that just had their wife die? What's his name? He was 100.
Jimmy Carter.
Jimmy Carter. Do you think
He was
Jimmy
the
Carter's
last.
purple?
No, he was the last one.
But he came after Reagan.
If you ever look up his bio, Jimmy Carter is like, he has the most amazing life ever. He's like the best person ever. And he came into a situation that was horrible, and he just got fucked over and made him look bad. But it was the first corporate president was Reagan. So like the air traffic controllers go on strike. This is one of the first things he did. Air traffic controllers, he said, go back to work in their union. He said, go back to work or you're fired. They didn't go back to work. He fired all the air traffic controllers, right? Fired them. The president of the United States fired them. Within a year, they were teaching that in colleges. So that's where it started. It's super interesting when you go back and you look at it. What else we got? I don't want to talk about politics all the time. He's a fucking officer.
We barely ever talk about politics anymore.
I know, that's a good thing about this. I'm voting for Trump.
Got nothing to talk about. Nothing to talk about. Tons to talk about.
The liberals going to fucking vote for Trump.
I'm voting for Taylor Swift again.
I like that.
Third time in a row.
Write her in a row. Write her in.
You think she'd do a good job?
Do I think she'd do a good job?
Yeah.
Think about the music she makes. She does a great job with that.
I mean, shitting on every relationship she's ever had in her life
Oh,
after
yeah.
they break up. Yeah, sounds
At least it's
healthy.
all out in the open.
All out in the open.
Transparent.
She's profiting off of shitting on her exes.
And who else does that? Trump.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. I'm asking you if I think she'd be good because she's about as qualified as Trump is.
She's at least more attractive. I don't think she's 45 though. Don't you have to be
35.
40, 35 for president?
We looked it up on here.
Yeah, it's 35.
Is she 35? I'm worrying her
Who
anyways.
cares?
I think she is at this point.
I bet she's 34.
God damn it. We're going to have to look this up now.
Your choices, you're giving me 80-year-old men to vote for. Why is Biden still in there?
I know how everyone
Past
was
the
talking
34.
about.
So she would probably qualify by the time the election came around next year.
I'm 34 and I 364 days old.
Is it not the end of this year, the election?
It's this year.
It's 2024.
Yeah.
You're talking about next
November.
year. So she gets elected, and if she turns 35 by the time she'd get
January
6th,
I
or
believe
whenever
she
gets
could
put in
run.
I'm
office.
not voting for her anyways. She's a fucking dimwit.
Yeah, says you.
She's a dimwit.
Excuse me.
No, write her in, see if it works out for you.
You're gonna get hunted down by these Swifties.
I know, yeah.
My daughter-
You're about to
putting
get
your life
squashed.
in danger here.
My daughter's a Swiftie now.
Which one?
Devin, the one in
Yeah, I
Seattle.
was gonna say Paige.
No.
I couldn't see that.
No, she likes the Potato Pirates.
Paige is more of a
Punk.
Carly Rae Jepsen kind of gal.
No, she likes punk.
Carly Rae Jepsen.
Yeah.
That's
just
who
what
I'm
I
writing
assume.
in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Carly Rae Jepsen.
She's got to be 62 by now. But the realization hit me today while I'm watching this shit that we're in January. There is no other alternative to Joe Biden. He's running
Yeah.
regardless.
Yep.
I'm not voting for him. I came up to that realization.
Unless he drops dead and Harris decides to take over the bid.
She's
Which
horrible
is what
too.
they all
I
expected
agree.
was going to happen in the first place.
I don't disagree at all. I have never liked Harris.
Yeah.
Anybody who's got resting bitch face is not getting my vote.
I've never seen her. Yeah, okay. Good point.
Yeah. She always looks like she's angry about something.
Yeah, you know who didn't
She
look
is
angry? Is
Taylor
Obama.
Storms.
You ever seen Obama look angry? I don't think I ever have.
What good? Okay, when somebody goes, Trump was the best president ever, I always look at him and go, give me one specific thing that he did that was great.
Yeah.
Obama, give me one specific thing he did that was great.
He cared.
I mean, he tried to give health care to the entire country to lower our
didn't.
overall health care. I understand that he let both the Democrats and Republicans nickel and dime the shit out of it, so it ended up being a nothing burger. But he tried, and he's the first person that genuinely tried.
And it worked over in Europe, right?
Trump tried to build a wall for border security. He tried.
And he
There
banned,
was already a wall.
I know,
He
but-
banned every Muslim country from traveling to the U.S.
For like a couple months.
Achieved a lot.
That's what I'm saying. What did Obama achieve?
Trump lowered taxes,
years.
thus upping our national debt.
Okay.
He lowered corporate taxes.
I understand that. He lowered taxes for everybody except ours fell off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Permanent tax cuts for the rich and the companies, and tax cuts that expire for every fucking buddy else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, what did Obama do great in 8 years? Biden's certainly done more than any of these fucking presidents. He's done crazy amounts.
He killed Saddam Hussein. I think we've got that for him, right?
No,
SEAL
wow.
Team 6.
Great. That's something to be proud
Saddam
of.
Hussein was killed by George W. Bush.
I thought it happened like 2009. Who am I thinking of?
You're thinking of Osama bin Laden.
Oh, yeah.
Osama.
Who did I say? Saddam Hussein?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good old
They're kind of the same.
SEAL Team 6.
Right? That's great. Now they're coming to get you, Andrew.
Shit.
Andrew's partially Portuguese.
What does that have to do with it?
I don't know. I was just trying to help him out so he doesn't get killed.
Not like
There's a
pure white.
fuata on his fucking life, whatever a fuata is. They're calling out right now. There's a falafel on you.
They better not.
Yeah, there's a falafel. They're coming to get you in your new house up on Crestline.
You ever watch
I mean-
Curb Your Enthusiasm?
No.
When he gets a fuba, whatever they call it on him.
Fuata?
Is it really a fuata?
I don't know.
No, it's similar. It's close.
Google it, Taylor.
Nope.
It's a fupa.
It's a fupa.
Fatty upper.
It was a different
Pussy
time,
area.
though, because when Obama was trying to do his thing in 2010, everything got derailed by the emergence of the Tea Party. And the Republicans
And it
took
hasn't-
over the
I know,
House,
it
they
hasn't
took
changed
over the
since.
Senate. And when you've got a Democratic president who's got a Republican House and Senate, what the fuck did you think was going to get achieved?
And the same thing happened with Trump and Biden.
Well,
Except
true.
somehow Biden has gotten shit through because he's throwing money at problems, driving up our national
I
debt.
mean, that tends to be how Democrats solve problems. But then again, we wouldn't have these problems if
Fatwa?
Republicans didn't
what is a
cut the
fuata?
taxes and all that.
Enacting a death sentence.
Oh, so I was correct.
Yeah. Well,
a fupa. A fupa. So you're going to have a fuata on you.
that's not so bad. I wouldn't mind that.
All Muslims are the same, is what Andrew
I'm a
said.
big fatwa fan. Hang on a second. Terrorists are the same. Can we call it? We're not saying that Muslims are terrorists. I'm just saying Saddam Hussein and
1.5
Osama
No,
bin Laden.
there are plenty of Americans in our country that are terrorists.
Yeah,
good
no,
good,
yeah,
good
for
old
sure.
fashioned whiteys that are fucking burning down buildings and killing people. So
Name one.
name one what?
Name one terrorist in America.
I mean, arguably anybody who stormed the Capitol on January 6th.
Tried to overthrow
People
the
who,
country.
burned down abortion clinics.
That didn't
or
happen. Those were
gunned
those
down
were
people
patriots.
in
Those were
churches
true
or-
patriots.
true patriots.
What is the Indian guy name that's running for president? The conspiracy theory guy.
Oh,
He gives you half truths, and then
I have not even bothered to memorize his name.
oh fuck, he's a great speaker.
He's fucking lunatic.
He is a lunatic. He's a great speaker though, because he'll give you like 3 shreds of truth, and then just fucking conspiracy theory.
Yeah. I know a few people that work like that.
And I'm gonna put a fuata on him.
Well, it's because objectively speaking, there is no truth anymore.
White nerds are coming for you, motherfucker.
When you've got half the country that can't accept anything as a fact if it doesn't align with their beliefs, I mean,
I don't agree with that. That doesn't line with my
which
beliefs.
part?
Oh, all of the above.
Wata. I'm putting a
I'd say
fupa
there
on
is
you.
absolutely a truth, and it's my truth. Dick.
Well, we've gone through this before. Truth is whatever you believe. Facts are different. A truth to you can be different than a truth to me. It just is what it is. Whatever you believe to be true is the truth to you.
I totally get it. I had a 6-hour conversation on Christmas Day
Oh my God.
debating science and religion with one of my coworkers.
That's
and it
gotta be
was just-
exhausting.
it was fucking
Holy
just
shit. That's miserable. Why would you do that to yourself? Like, that's, you go home
because
just
we
more
were
tired.
we were sitting 5 feet away from each other. He wanted to talk and pass the time, and it absolutely passed the time. Like 4 hours passed, and we were like, "Holy shit, we're halfway through the shift." So I mean, it did
Yeesh.
pass the time.
Was this
but-
Tyson?
No, but nothing was achieved.
Was that the old
He-
dude classes?
No. He likes to explain that there's evidence of God everywhere. Everything about the nature of the universe, not
Right.
humans, not life on Earth, the universe suggests conclusively that God exists in his mind. And I say, okay,
That makes sense to me.
but that's, and he likes to talk about
Right,
the
because it's in a book?
and that's what I said. I was like, people wrote that book. God didn't pen the shit with his hand.
Okay, let me ask you.
People wrote the book.
Let me
Well,
ask
no,
you-
hang on a second. He at least did the 10 Commandments by hand. That was God.
Considering the Bible and stuff wasn't actually written
It's chiseled on a stone.
It was written over like the next 1,500 years after Jesus died.
1,500.
Who's to fucking say that who came up with what at what point? You're still relying on people recording their version of history to get that information to say, oh yeah, this guy Jesus made all this stuff
And
up.
they're reputable sources because they were Christians.
What are you talking about? Didn't just basically one guy write most of the Bible?
No, it was written by
King David?
I mean, the New Testament that took out all the shit that
He decided what was
that
in
the
the
Church
Bible.
of England didn't want in there was taken out for the rewritten New Testament. Yes.
Well, stuff was taken out by the Vatican. I mean, but
Well, according to my coworker, Catholic religion is just a cult, which is hugely ironic when you think about it.
William, what is he?
Just non-denominational
Oh,
Christian.
Good for him. Good for him.
But like,
Let me ask you this question,
just-
Taylor, since you bring this up.
what?
Do you not believe in a God?
I'm open to the idea of a God.
Right.
I mean,
Agnostic.
the universe is so vast. There could easily be an all-powerful being that's been hanging around Earth for the last who knows how long.
Fuck.
But the idea that there is some all-powerful being that went like this and created the fucking universe, that is so fucking hugely unsatisfying as an answer for how the universe came into existence that I can't get on board with that. The idea that a God, some being all-powerful, developed within this amazing
Right.
universe that formed for some reason we don't quite understand, sure, absolutely. I totally could get on board with that.
Right.
If you're going to show me some sort of fucking proof, not just I went like this and I heard a voice in my head and oh my God, there's a God. Holy shit.
You know what his name is?
That's fucking stupid.
You know what his name is?
Psychosis?
Donald Trump. Donald motherfucking Trump.
No, it's just that like none of the interesting answers can be traced back to, oh yeah, God did it. Yeah, this one guy did it. You know?
He wasn't a guy.
If you
Even one guy
like,
did
I
it.
was talking to him and he's like, "Oh yeah, the story of Adam and Eve is literal. It's literal. They were in paradise.
Sure.
The Eve ate the fruit of knowledge.
What's not
and then
believable about that?
and then deceived Adam, of course, because women are fucking evil in the Bible.
vipers.
Deceived Adam and got him tossed out.
But aren't women evil?
Yeah,
I mean,
wait,
some.
I mean, it does
but
make sense.
There's
right?
a lot of guys
There's
that
a
are
lot
fucking
of,
evil too.
a
so
lot of
I mean,
truth in the Bible. It's starting to make sense.
remember,
It is.
all of that is because two people ate two different apples from a tree.
It was the same
All
apple.
the evils
Not
in
the
the
same
world
apple.
exist because those apples were eaten, according to him and Christianity.
I thought she took a bite of the apple and convinced.
She
him.
did. She took the apple, the forbidden apple. She ate it, and then she conned him into doing it.
Yeah.
That's why women suck.
I'm just
They're
saying,
whores.
if
You want
that
some of my apple?
if that part
My
is supposed
juicy
to be taken literally,
Apple that smells like fish.
how are all of us not like deformed messes? I mean, just speaking on a genetic level, two
Have
people.
you walked around Walmart in a while?
Well,
Like,
I
dude,
mean, I don't think our
oh god,
society, our whole species would exist if we came from two people.
Yeah, walk around a
it's
rural
just not
Walmart.
possible. They couldn't have enough kids that could then produce enough healthy children in their lifetimes
Okay.
to make it possible.
So this is the arrogance of man to think that we're special and somebody created us and blah blah blah.
I
blah.
know.
We're too stupid to understand it. Our brains are too small.
and we're scared of death.
and
We
that's
need
okay.
some way to explain our existence, what happens to us
Okay.
afterwards to make us feel okay about it.
Okay,
and
I
understand
I'm not afraid
that.
of death. But
I'm not either, but-
something had to create this, and I have no idea. Call it whatever it is, nature, whatever. That could be a god. I have no idea. Something created it, but I'm too stupid. I'm just barely past monkey stage, so I
Yeah,
can't
we're-
understand it.
We're barely past beating each other to death with rocks.
But I'm not going to believe that there's some little guy like George Carlin would say
Some
in the
space
clouds,
daddy.
yeah, that's looking down, watching my every move, and is going to punish me if I do something wrong. It's just fucking stupid. The whole fucking thing is stupid. But I don't shit on people who believe in the Bible. No, because it's an okay set of rules.
I don't know. It sounds like you did.
I
for
mean,
6
it's an
hours
okay
straight.
set of rules if you follow them all the time.
Yeah.
The problem with modern day Christians, evangelicals in particular, is that they
Pick and
they
choose.
pick and choose, or they just straight up say,
Make
"This
up
is the
lies.
book I go by.
I
I
interpreted
haven't
it."
read it before, or I haven't read it in years and don't remember
No.
shit about it. So I'm just going to live the way I want to, but point back to this book in my self righteousness every
No.
single time."
You say
It's fucking
being gay is a
stupid.
sin.
What?
Man should not lay with other man. That's what they'll whip out of their Bible.
Son of a bitch.
But they'll also say you should beat your slaves. So
And if your brother dies, you're supposed to fuck his wife.
yeah. Well, I mean, those are the parts of the
I
Bible I
mean,
like.
there's literally parts of the Bible that talk about two daughters sexually pleasing their father. I mean, it literally
They-
endorses incest in the Bible.
They got
Gomorrah?
him. They got him drunk
that
so they
right?
could fuck him.
yeah,
Sodom,
well,
Sodom
what-
and Gomorrah
Yeah.
It's like
with the missions of those of a donkey, right?
Stop it.
What?
I don't know.
it's all fucking ridiculous.
It is, but it has good rules, and if you follow them and you're that person,
we
good for
wouldn't have
fucking
any
you.
sort of morals without the Bible.
Shut up.
But
I
if
that
you
we have
follow
that.
them to a fault, that's no different from having a law separating black fountains from white fountains. You may believe in it. It doesn't mean it's good. It doesn't
Okay.
mean it's a just set of rules.
No, and that's why we're supposed to have a separation of church and state, because some of it doesn't make sense. Okay, so I want to get to you real quick. You said Walmart people are gross?
No, I didn't. I never.
What'd
said
you say?
That wasn't anything.
Back
that
up the tape,
ever came
motherfucker.
up. don't replay the
You
tape.
said genetic fucking mutations walking around.
He said Walmart is very chonkla.
Chunkla?
Yeah,
Is that what he said?
That's the word.
What does chunkla mean?
You'll walk around Walmart, you'll find out.
You'll see it around every corner.
Do you not like fat people?
I'm. What? I never said that.
No, but he just did,
I'm
didn't he?
into.
I think that's what I heard.
A chunkla?
I like who I like. It doesn't matter if you're fat or skinny.
Alright.
I like.
Yeah,
well,
but you're talking about like what friends and romantic partners. You're not talking about some random overly large person
track
walking around
record.
Walmart.
So should
or
fat
more
people
than
be
likely
killed? Is that what you're
scooting.
saying?
You're reading between the lines.
Let's put a fought on
you're
fat people.
Finally starting to understand.
It all makes sense. The exterior is nice, but inside there's crazy shit going on in Andrew. My God.
I'm really unhinged.
He's the next
I never
Hitler.
really even say it, but it never comes out of my mouth. But you can see it in my eyes. If you even got like a peek into this distorted, horrible mind, then
It's bad.
you wouldn't be able to handle it.
We would all descend into
You'd weep.
insanity.
Yep.
So Andrew bought a house,
Mm-hmm.
or is in the process of buying a house.
I'll be closing on the 31st.
Really? Of January?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
It's a very quick process. About
It's
a month.
30 days.
35 days. Because Christmas Eve, they
Are
accept
you the
my
only
offer.
one on the title?
Nope. Of course I am, dude. I'm not going to put...
I don't
No, I
know.
wouldn't do that.
Certain
Here we go
aspects of your
again.
life have been moving real quick recently, so I was just curious.
It'll just be me.
Yeah?
On the title. Yeah.
It's
On the
that's
deed.
Make sure you get that prenup signed before anything else proceeds quickly in your life.
I need you to draft up some documents for me, Taylor.
what is it? 6 or 8 years when you become legally married.
You mean common law marriage?
Yeah, that's
I don't
still
think common law is
still-
legal in Washington
It's
State.
not, but it's a thing in Idaho. But
Yeah, but that's fucking
hold on,
Idaho.
you can still make a case for it.
Yeah, but you can't win anything based on legal grounds with it. Just because you've cohabitated. I mean, technically speaking, that means a roommate who you live with for 5 or 6 years could file for rights.
Are
I
you-
mean,
are
that
you
doesn't make
fucking
any
them?
sense.
Are you fucking them?
Yeah.
No, you don't. Common law marriage has nothing
Fucking.
to do with sexual interaction with the other person. It's cohabitating with someone of the opposite sex for an extended period of time.
That's what he's going to be doing. I don't think it's going to make it 8 years, though.
No?
No. Here we go.
8
Let's
years
just shit
is
on him
a lot
again.
of time to spend with someone.
You just wait. One day she's just going to lose her shit on you, strap you down to the bed. You're going to think, oh, I'm in for some fun.
I hope so.
Then she's going to tattoo a My Little Pony on your penis. Fucking
Oh.
walk out and leave you there.
So he'll have a second one.
I have a fourth one. You should see the other 3.
He's got a herd on his
one of these.
cock.
Stampede.
Yeah.
Here come the wild horses. It has to be a very small horse, though.
Where's the house?
I can't say that on the stream.
Wata.
Say the general area. Is it
Hilliard.
in East Spokane? Is it in West Valley? Is
Hilliard.
Is it on the south side?
Hilliard.
It's in Dogtown?
Hilliard.
No, it's not in Dogtown. It's over by where my dad lives.
North of Dogtown.
You can go and maybe use my dad's fuck pillow.
There you go. That's an idea.
Yeah. I mean, your neighbors.
Tell him to hose it down first.
Oh,
please.
fuck him. He's blowing dust. Come on, man. There's nothing there.
I can
That's
see
not
him out
true.
there. You know how they hang the rugs over the lines and they beat him with sticks and all the dust comes out? Does that with
My
the pillow.
parents would do that.
Yeah.
That's how close to that we are. My mom would take the rugs out, put them over the fucking, rugs that throw rugs.
Yeah.
And she would beat them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't do that anymore.
I do that. What do you mean?
What do you mean you do that?
What
you have
else
a
do you do?
clothesline?
I don't have
I
a
mean, I
clothesline.
think most people probably just go outside and just.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah.
No, but nobody
nearly
has
as
like
effective.
a fucking specific racket for
It's weird.
beating rugs.
Oh, it's
Driving,
my thing.
there's a new laundromat out here, and everybody's using the laundromat.
Oh.
Who doesn't have a fucking laundry at their house?
I mean, people who live in apartments that are super shitty.
Yeah, it's got to be
Like,
super
under
shitty.
$1,200 a month.
Yeah,
People
well,
that
probably,
don't
yeah.
have great jobs.
Did you work out everything with your landlord?
People who don't have a home, maybe, Dwayne.
Yeah,
living in
God.
a homeless shelter.
Ableist, you dick.
Huh?
Fucking discriminating based on class right now is what you're
Really
doing.
am. Did you work out everything with your landlord?
It's in the process.
So you haven't. So you could be paying $3,400 a month.
Wait, what?
What?
He's got a lease until June?
August.
Till August. Oh, motherfucker.
No, I talked with her about it, and I'm going to be breaking the lease. She said that there's an interested party that might move in at the end of January.
Did you have everything moved out already?
No.
Get that done quick.
Hurry up. Get
Yeah.
it cleaned up.
Because if you can get someone to take over your lease and not have to pay 2 months of rent to get out of your current lease, that'd be nice.
No, I'll be I'll just because early termination, I'll have a fee of that $1,700, which is just 1 month's rent.
Still.
And
So
then,
they're going to charge you regardless if they rent it immediately.
Yes, it's up for. It's a maybe.
Oh.
She did say that we might take a second look at that fee if they can get someone in before February.
You're going to pay that fee.
You're paying the
You're
fee.
paying the fee.
I had already
sounds like she's greedy.
come to the conclusion.
Look at Tony. Tony would make you pay the fee. She's going to make you pay the fee. They're all slumlord cocksuckers.
There would I'd already accepted the fact that I'm going to be paying that fee just because I am breaking the contract. And I looked it up. Washington doesn't have any laws that you'd have to pay if you broke a contract, but in the contract itself that they wrote up, it does say there's a fee.
The last time I lived in an apartment, it was 2-bedroom, 1 bath.
I don't want to hear
it.
it.
750 square feet, and I paid $723 a month, and that included garbage and water,
Lights,
sewer,
the whole 9 yards.
not electricity, but yeah, that just shows you how fucked the housing market has become in the last 10, 15 years.
Well, companies like Zillow, they're buying up houses.
Oh, yeah.
And then they
And
just
apartment
they
complexes.
hold them empty.
That was the
so-
issue with one of these companies that I was going to buy a house from. It was called We Buy Houses LLC. So they bought the house end of November
Right.
for 170.
Isn't that the fucking guy who has those commercials on the radio?
I don't know. I'm sure
I
they
don't
are.
know.
He didn't even in the contract. It states that he never even entered it. No upgrades, nothing. He never even saw the
He's
house.
just holding it.
And he's selling it for $240 right now. A month later, he listed it again for like 70 grand over what he paid for it.
Yeah. So you have these people we've given them too much money. They've got nothing to do with it. So they got to figure out ways to spend it and make more money. So these companies, they go and they buy up lots of fucking houses and they just hold them to keep the market high when it should be falling right now. Plenty of houses out there.
It's great.
They're just not being lived in.
Yep.
It's ridiculous.
If you look at
And it's
Zillow,
another
and
like fuck you Zillow. Fuck you. What's the other one?
BlackRock Realty,
It could be BlackRock,
Redfin.
Redfin, and then Realtor.com.
Realtor.com.
Yeah.
Realtor? What the heck? Is it a 3-syllable word? Ew. It's Realtor, you cuck.
Yeah. It is Realtor.
What did I say?
What do you say caramel?
You said Realtor. It's Realtor.
Athlete?
Athlete. I speak phonetically.
Rough? You knew rough on that house.
Lake
Washing
Lake
machine.
Pendorial. How do you
Ew.
say?
Oh,
How do you
I
say
was-
Lake Pendorial?
I'm going to vomit. Pendoral.
Lake Pendorial. Isn't that how you say it?
I call it Oral Lake.
Oral
'Cause
Lake.
The first time when I was 15 over there,
Yeah.
my uncle brought me in.
The uncle.
Pendoral.
That's why you're so fucked up right now. Just sucking off your uncle. What's your uncle's name?
I don't have any uncles.
No, sure you don't. Fucking liar.
Not anymore.
All right, what else we got?
It was the only house I could find. It's 2150 square feet.
How much did you pay for it?
$225.
Wow. That's reasonable.
Yep.
When was the house built?
It needs work. 1955. My
Less-
only
less
stipulation
reasonable,
would,
but
yeah, well,
still.
is
Does it at least have like vinyl windows?
some.
You're telling me it still has wood windows? Fuck, winters are going to be rough for you.
They're double pane though, so at least for right now until I start upgrading them.
You just have parts of the house closed off.
The first house that we were looking at buying and actually made an offer on that I got laid off and disqualified for my loan, so I ended up not getting into it, was like the house Andrew's describing, a house from the mid 50s.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't have, what was it? It wasn't sheetrock on the walls. It
Lath
was
and
like
plaster.
Lath and plaster.
yeah, and it had like all wood windows, and they had to like put an addition onto the house that made it look like a castle.
Ooh.
At one
Sexy.
portion,
Ooh,
like it was a big
nice.
open area,
Right.
and they had made it into the kitchen, and then there was like
Right.
a bedroom upstairs that was just a giant circle with windows on all sides of it.
Oh, very nice.
dope.
Like if it was a modern house, it would have been perfect. Like I would have loved to have that bedroom up in
Yeah.
that room. It would
That's your
have been,
fuck shack.
It would have been bitching,
That's your fuck shack.
but
Your old lady's titties pressed up against one of those windows once a year
yeah, it would have required way too much work to actually.
to fuck her against the window.
If
I
be
know.
Taylor's titties up against the window, she's gonna be doing all the work,
Yeah, this is true.
taking them from behind.
It'd just be his bald
Pegging.
head slamming up against the fucking window as he's on his back. But you guys didn't get it because you got disqualified.
Yeah, I got laid off at work, and we were like, "Oh well,
And when it turned out, your area is nice.
it's okay."
It used to be before we moved in. There
We're,
goes the
we're
neighborhood.
actually talking about moving
Oh shit!
after I retire from Kaiser,
Yeah, where are you gonna move?
probably back to the other side of the state.
Oh, fuck it. Well, we're getting their weather now.
Well, I mean, we just like once her mom passes, I mean, there's really not a whole lot keeping us here, and since she's a teacher, she can work basically anywhere where we live.
the podcast.
Well, it'll have to be remote.
Yeah, well,
We can still go do this. It'll
you're gonna
just
have to
be
have you drive every other week.
fuck. Well, but the thing is even if I had to, it wouldn't be that huge of a deal.
Oh my god! Shut
because
up.
it'd be coming over here and going back later in the day.
The problem with moving to the west side of the state is the west side of the state is shit now. Not that this isn't. This is just less shitty. There's nothing over there now. It's
Excuse me,
just
all the
it's-
Facebook rants are saying that we're worse than Seattle now.
How so? Oh, for
the
price?
crime, the price over population, too many liberals.
We're not nearly as expensive as the other side of the state.
No.
No.
And it's
you
just a
can't,
shit
you
all
can't
over there.
We're on
find
a trend
anything for
upward.
under 700 grand over there.
I want to live under a bridge over in Seattle.
I like
think
it.
that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just for the kicks. Yeah.
I don't know.
It would be a place out from the city. Like, I can't remember where exactly my sister lives, but it's,
Renton.
it's an hour southwest of Puget Sound. So, I mean, it's out a ways.
Auburn?
No.
Because it just gets...
It's not a city. It's like literally a big old wooded forest area that has a bunch of houses built intermittently throughout it.
Yeah.
But I told her, I was like, you know what? Fuck Spokane.
I don't think
Once I retire, let's move.
I wouldn't want to live in a rural area. I like the city. I really do
As
like
long
living
as
in
the
city.
internet is top notch,
Yeah.
I honestly don't give a shit where I live.
As long as you can stream 6 different hentai channels at the same time and the VR headset.
As long as I can play my video games.
He doesn't... I know, but he... Let's not shit on Taylor. Taylor doesn't... What do you do? What do you do?
What do I do?
For fun.
Play video games,
And
watch
then what else?
TV, movies.
How often do you go out in the sun?
I mean, not very fucking
I'm just
often,
saying.
obviously.
I'm just saying. Well, that's the difference between you and Andrew. Andrew's always out doing
Look at the
something.
gleam of the sun. It doesn't look like it, though. I think you're tanner
Well,
than I am.
that's because we're in winter now, so I guess it's not a great example. But yeah, we're pretty close in shade right now.
Freaking albinos.
I'm just saying he doesn't do a lot.
I don't do a lot
very
that
specific
involves
things.
sunlight. No, absolutely not.
Where Andrew's always out going to like, he's a foodie. He does just a bunch of different shit.
Well, he doesn't turn extra crispy as soon as he steps out the front door.
No, that is true.
So
you can lather up.
no amount of sunscreen helps me.
Anyways, it's just different things. Yeah, there's just nothing good about the Seattle area now. So
I agree with that.
Yeah.
But
I like the
at the
culture.
same time, I don't think there's anything
The culture.
good about the Spokane area, too.
no, but it's slightly less worse. That's why when I retire, I'm going to Hawaii.
Well,
Are
that's
you
why
really
I'm
gonna
not.
go live in Hawaii?
Oh yeah,
That's why we're not going to move to Seattle.
yeah,
I mean, who would want to live in fucking Seattle?
dude. It's the whole area is Seattle.
No, yeah, the whole area around the Puget Sound, but as soon as you get away from that, it's not Seattle, despite what everybody on this side of the state wants to say.
My daughter lives in Bonnie Lake, which is way the fuck down there.
Okay, my buddy lives in Friday Harbor. That doesn't.
make it
That's
up,
on,
Isn't
that
the that's on the Puget Sound.
Isn't that across the way?
Doesn't fucking make it Seattle.
I know, but that's on the other side of the sound, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So shut the fuck up.
But it's
you got to
still-
go across
it's-
the sound to get there.
Well, you're generalizing and saying
I'm
everything
not.
over there is Seattle. Is Olympia Seattle?
No, it's on the other fucking side of the sound.
Well,
you have to go across
what is
water to get to
considered
it.
Seattle then?
That whole strip.
Like King County?
Fuck it. Seattle goes down to Tacoma. Tacoma goes all the way up to Seattle now.
Okay.
My daughter lives down by Bonnie Lake.
So
Or
what,
at Bonnie
we're-
Lake,
we're
which
saying-
is down by Tacoma.
We're saying a strip of land roughly 10 miles wide and
Oh, it's more
20
than that.
miles long.
When was the last
is
time you went over
Seattle?
there?
It's been a while.
Yeah.
But it's not like Seattle has just like started multiplying buildings all over the place.
It's fucking just huge.
It's
giant.
always been
I know.
huge.
It's fucking. Oh, that was another thing today. Another thing today. Did you guys see that Boeing? They're grounding all of Boeing's planes again.
Why?
The doors are blowing off of them. They're losing pressure.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeesh.
Yeah. Well, it always just fucking impacts us badly at our fucking work. But yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter
An extra
because
big order of doors.
I think Boeing just got a huge fucking order of planes like a few months back.
Well, remember
Not 737s, obviously,
Yeah,
but
it was a 737 Max where they blew the fucking door off again. So they're grounding all
Was just
737s.
one door that came off.
Yeah. Some kid was sitting there, ripped off his fucking shirt, took his phone out of his hands. Fuck.
It deserved it.
Could you imagine? You're sitting there 70 degrees, real nice, and next thing you know, it's 22 degrees, and fucking you're getting sucked out a
comes
fucking
off.
window.
22 degrees and you can't get any air in your
You can't
body because
breathe.
it's
That'd
all
suck.
being sucked out of the plane.
Well,
Yeah.
it's replaced with no air basically.
Well, not no air, but much
hard to
lower than
breathe.
1 atmosphere of pressure.
Yeah, hard to breathe.
Yeah.
You're damn near on fucking Everest.
Well, that's why those little things pop down and they tell you to put yours on before assisting you.
Flies out the door.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
just
oh, fuck. What do I do now?
Here's a parachute, bucko.
like, motherfucker. Like, we have this great company. They're world renowned. They're based out of Seattle. They merge with McDonnell Douglas. Next thing you know, McDonnell Douglas takes over control. Basically, that becomes the CFO and the CEO, right? And they're worried about their pay now. They're worried about the stock market. They don't give a fuck about quality. They start moving jobs out of there. And it just basically, Boeing turned into a shit company because of upper management. It's just one problem after another.
Well,
since
their
they
suppliers
merged.
are all shit too, so...
Oh my God,
Except
I can't
for
believe
one.
you say that.
Why do you think I don't fucking fly in airplanes anymore?
Oh.
Because I know where the metal on them comes
You
from,
know
and I
who
don't
works.
fucking trust it.
I always go, is this an
Fuck that.
I always go, is this an Airbus?
Yeah, that's what you need to do. Yeah. This is an American made, right?
I only fly French planes, God damn it. Is this an Airbus? Fuck Boeing.
I'll walk everywhere.
With their shitty planes with doors flying
They've
off.
got one plane that works extremely well.
Yeah,
but it's the one that's up in space going around the planet.
Okay, but the ones they designed back in 1952 are still flying or whatever, 1960. The 747.
They've had lots of upgrades done over the years, though.
Yeah,
it's not like they're the exact same planes.
Well, they'd probably be even better if they didn't upgrade them. Don't fucking touch them. Leave them alone.
Let's bring back
Let's go-
smoking
let's
and
go back to
wicker chairs.
Let's go back to those quad prop
I hate fucking
B-52s for transportation, right?
No, we've all taken the Horizon ones from Spokane to Seattle, right?
No.
What? The prop planes?
No, I've never.
I
fucking hate
never
those.
The
taken
tiny
one
ones,
of those.
Yeah.
the 2-seaters, the 2-seat, and
They're
then
4
the aisle
seats
twos,
across, yeah.
Those are great. I
No,
love those.
I have never taken one of
And
those.
so
hate
is
those.
layover from. I'm never going to Seattle and.
Have you ever gone into Portland on those fucking things?
No.
It's always been Southwest for me, and I don't think Southwest has any of those
Delta.
planes in there.
Delta uses those.
Oh,
prop
yeah,
planes.
no, fuck that.
So when you come into Portland, there's where the runway is like this, and there's a crosswind. So you have to fly in like this and let the wind push you over as you go down into Portland. It is fucking freaky. I hate flying into Portland.
Why don't they just build a big wall around the runway?
That worked
I mean-
so
Sure they did.
well last time.
Well, I mean, come on. If
Jesus.
you don't want crosswind, just build a giant
And
wall
we'll
and
make
fucking fly
Boeing
in
pay
between
for
them.
it.
Yeah, we'll make Mexico pay for it. Fuck. God damn it. So yeah, anyways, getting into Portland is sketchy. Anyways, yeah, that was another thing that was on the news today. Some kid got his shirt actually sucked off his fucking body.
At least he's got a cool story.
Nice.
Oh God.
What if it was a super fat kid though? Poor guy's got to deal with all those pictures of him.
Well, then
in no
he'll
shirt.
get everybody's sympathies.
His titties are hanging out the door. Flying in the wind.
But that's the new normal. Why would they be upset? Why would they be upset? The new normal is just being fat and gross.
I don't think it is.
What do you mean?
Depends on the area you live in. If you're in the area of the United States, then yes.
Yes, if fat's normal.
We're not even the fattest country.
What is the
Not
fattest
anymore.
country?
Canada, I think by
What?
yeah, I think per capita.
I think it's a Middle East country. Oddly
you think
enough.
so? Let's look it up.
Well, they don't like in
Oh, I
so,
think it might be African. I think it's an African.
Oh,
country.
shut the
No,
fuck up.
Like I legitimately.
Get the fuck out of here.
I don't know. It's like
Fattest country in the
Indian?
world.
Is it? I don't know.
No,
We'll see.
it's America.
All right. Well, let's see.
Can we get some real facts here?
Percentage by obesity. Nauru? N-A-U-R-U.
Is that South Africa? In South, like
see,
the southern
does
part
it-
of Africa, or what?
What the fuck are we talking about here? This is absolutely
No,
ridiculous.
that's the country name. Then American Samoa, the Cook Islands,
Nauru.
Palau, Marshall Islands, French Polynesia, Tuvalu, Niue.
Can we do real countries here? What's the first real?
Nauru.
The first real country, Samoa. Well, then the United States would be the first real country
Yeah.
at slot 14.
right.
The first real country.
With any population.
Kuwait is actually after the United States.
Well, that's-
Qatar.
That's
is
obvious because they don't work.
Saudi Arabia, New Zealand, Australia, Canada.
Here's what it is.
We still lead the world.
Nauru is
Vietnam is, by the way, the least fat country
Yeah.
in the world.
Yeah.
what?
Yeah,
I don't
says so
believe
right
it.
there.
Yeah, I've never seen a fat
They're
Vietnamese.
even thinner than Ethiopia, which I thought they didn't even know what food was over there.
Yeah, well. They're eating each other.
I mean,
a lot
like-
of cannibalism
like
over in Ethiopia.
The bottom 10 countries is just like a list of sad, like Uganda,
Right.
Ethiopia, Rwanda, Eritrea. Like it's just all those countries you've heard.
What do they all have in common?
I mean, Africa, I guess.
Are they black?
I don't know. Are they?
So most of them. What are you doing?
The
What did you find out about Nuaro?
it's
You already have a fwata on you, so you got to be careful.
northeast of Australia, and it's also the richest island nation in the world,
Ah.
What is?
and the fattest. Nauru.
Oh, okay.
What do they have for, what is their resource?
Deep phosphate pockets. It says that 90% of the population is unemployed currently, though.
90 what percent?
90%, yeah.
90% is
90%
And
unemployed.
just sitting around eating.
Wow.
That's, what else are you going to do?
Well,
It says
how are
it's-
you supposed to eat if you don't have food?
It says it's 1/10 the size of Washington, D.C. I feel like they all go to one side of the island, it's going to tip over. They're doomed.
Don't you realize when you're a fat fuck, that fat pad grows above your dick and you lose inches?
That's the fupa.
That's the fupa.
That's the fatwa that we've been
That's
talking
not the
about.
fwata. We're the
think that's
fattest. We're the fattest country.
I mean, statistically speaking, no. We're 14th, but sure.
Yeah, we're the fattest country. It's gross.
Do we have the most McDonald's?
What?
We have the largest amount of McDonald's or what? Because isn't Subway like the biggest fast food chain?
Definitely the grossest.
I have a soft spot for Subway.
Has anybody been to Killer Burger?
Killer Burger.
Yeah,
Over in Sullivan.
I've
Yeah.
never even heard of it.
it's not on Sullivan. It's right by Walmart.
On
Broadway.
On Sullivan.
Broadway.
Right off Sullivan. Oh my God. You can see it from Sullivan.
But it's on Broadway.
They took over Sweeto Burrito because Sweeto kept getting like E. coli.
Oh
in
my
their
God.
burritos and meat.
I went there to eat once.
You got E. coli.
And it was the... I
It's good
ended
for
up,
your
It's the
asshole.
greasiest
ended
thing
up-
on the planet,
I
right?
ended up throwing it away after a few bites because it was the most fucking disgusting thing I'd ever put inside my
Did
body.
you get the
pretty
American?
horrible.
What did you get? Do you remember? Was it the one with French fries and cheeseburger meat?
No, it was as normal of a burrito as you could get there. Like it wasn't anything special. It should have been super fucking easy to make it right.
Those are my
But
favorite.
they
because
managed to fuck it up.
You eat one of those burritos, and at the bottom of the foil, you got like a half an inch of grease that you just get
So
to
what,
do a shooter.
You
Afterwards.
went there more than once?
Oh yeah, probably like 5 times.
I don't
we
like my
went once.
burritos to be wet. I like them to be dry.
Well,
Like
You're going there
that's the
for one
equali-
specific
like
reason.
wet burritos. Like we went to what's that place on Argonne? Like San Diego's best burritos.
The one that took over like the Taco Bell.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
I can't remember the name of it. They're popping up all over Spokane right now. But holy fuck.
I know what it's
Don't
called.
get anything with steak in it there because they will give you a wet burrito.
It's called.
I love wet burritos.
It's called arriba arriba andale andale.
No, it's not, but
How do you pronounce that?
Arriba andale andale.
How do you spell that?
Zach. You looked that one up. He's looking at cowboy boots.
but yeah, their burritos are fucking disgusting. Burrito House is still my favorite burrito place in Spokane.
Yeah, I throw up.
Okay, so we go to Killer Burger, and Joe recommended it. He
Joe-
said it was good.
Joe who?
Joseph, Andrew's best friend.
Well,
You mean his replacement best friend for the other
For Lucas,
best friend?
yeah.
my
Who did,
interim.
who did things that we shall not mention again.
Yeah.
or else I'll cry.
So he
Piss my pants.
He recommended it. His father-in-law or girlfriend's dad.
It sounds
Is
like
that a father-in-law?
It sounds like a greasy place. No,
it's a
your
future
girlfriend's father is not your father-in-law. Your
So
wife's
what is it?
father is your father. He's just some fucking guy.
Some fucking guy. Okay. Some fucking guy.
Some guy you
Till
fuck.
he puts a ring on it, he's just some fucking person who happens to be older.
Older. So we go there, and it's 4 of us. 4 people. And I'm going to turn Zach up so he can tell you, how was the burger, Zach?
We could make it at home better.
Can make it at home better.
Yeah, but that can be said for a bunch of fast food
How are the
places.
fries, Zach?
Same you buy at Walmart.
Yeah.
Are they crinkle? What kind of fries are they?
It's just
Crinkle, steak.
like steak fries that are seasoned.
So like, we're talking about like Red Robin kinds of fries.
Shut up. Shut your,
What? No,
shut your
I'm
mouth.
not implying anything. I'm trying to figure out what you mean. 'Cause
Yeah.
some people, when they say steak fries, they think of the crinkle ones. Some people actually think steak fries like Red Robin has, where you got a nice big thick cut of fry.
I'm just saying, shut your mouth for the quality. The quality. Red Robin has good fries.
Yeah.
So there are shit fries. You know how much we spent for 4 people? Because you can have a beer in there.
$120.
You can have a beer in there. It's a fast food place that you can have a
$60 total.
$72, and none of us finished our meal.
Oh, it was all
Not one of us finished. It was like
too
sweet
much
burrito.
food or what?
No, because it was
No,
so
it was probably
bad.
fucking disgusting.
I'm
It
gonna
was so
try it.
bad.
I'm gonna go try it after this.
Super expensive. And they got the cheap burgers. Christy and Zach got the cheap burgers because they wanted just kind of like the plain burgers, while me and Nick got fucking everything on ours. And it's $72 for shit food.
Yeah, I mean, all fast food these days is not worth what you pay for it anymore.
No, you say that.
No,
but that
it
new
is.
Burger King on Sprague. This is the last time we were at the Burger King.
I love Burger King.
Reasonable prices.
I love Burger King.
And that Burger King, no, that's the one on Sprague was awful. The new one is where it's at.
It's the same place.
Oh no, I know they
just moved.
Right, no, exactly. That's
Well, there used to be one on our
but they've
too,
updated it.
That
It's gone.
It just feels like it's higher quality now.
feels
I don't know.
like.
Oh yeah.
Do you have any tangible proof that says it's higher quality?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
What does
So,
Kim prefer?
It's just Burger King's normal shit food.
Kim prefers Italian sausage.
Yeah, I can see that. Don't you have Italian in you?
She's got Italian in her every night.
Oh my God. If she was Italian, I'd go, but I can't. Like Italians have big greasy pussies. That's what I'm saying. They just have big greasy pussies.
Is that science? Is that scientific truth?
I would,
well,
I would say the amount of spelunking he's done in his
Yeah, no, I
life.
guess-
he's got the facts.
You are a reputable source. I'm sorry for doubting you.
I ran through a family once.
Stop.
Two
Story time.
2 daughters and a mom. It was just
The
all.
dad was terrified for his life. He's picking out the blinds, make sure Dwayne doesn't come back. See Dwayne driving by. He's
the
gonna
dad,
bust in and just
This
take
is-
his virginity.
This was back when. How long ago was this? When they had. He was a caboose man, so he was on the railroad.
I bet it is.
So
I
not a
bet you're
euphemism
caboose
for
man, too.
something.
No, he was actually a caboose man before they put a red light on there, so he would sit in the caboose as the trains would drive around.
I ran through an entire family. What a sentence. God
But
damn.
not one that's surprising coming from
No,
Dwayne.
Yeah, well, you would think they'd all be different, right? Like one of them went, but no, all of them were exactly the same. Genetics, man, genetics. So, is she Italian?
No,
What is she?
German.
No.
No one in
She's
the
very
United
white.
States is anything. We're all mutts. Just get used to it.
Yeah, but you have a predominance of stuff. Look at you, Aryan.
That's not a race.
Well, apparently it is in the United States.
Pretty sure it's not.
Yeah, obese is going to be a fucking race here pretty
It's more,
soon.
it's more of an ideology, to be
Yeah.
fair. But yeah, Irish and German.
Yeah. German.
You guys wouldn't like me very much
Why is that?
because Italians have been the most
Dude, you're not Italian.
dominated
Yeah, you
people on the planet.
you guys bent the knee
Yeah.
to the Germans. Like,
What else are we gonna do?
You didn't even put up a fight.
You guys are terrifying.
The fucking Vatican heard that Hitler was Catholic, and they're like, "All right, we know which team we're on." Yeah,
Mussolini.
genocide.
Mussolini was a pretty big prick back then, so
I mean,
they were allies.
Not the biggest prick, which one of the top 5.
No, that's Italian. He doesn't have the biggest prick. You got to go further south for that. Depends on how much.
Apparently not.
Has anybody here done the 23andMe genetic test?
I will never in my life submit my genetic sample
Right.
to a company that's going to immediately turn around and give it to the government
because of those unsolved murders.
Yeah,
that have been happening.
exactly. Yeah,
Didn't they just
asking for trouble?
Didn't they just have a data breach too?
Yes, they lost like 8 million people's information, and they turned around like 2 weeks later, and they're like, "This is really your fault," to their customers.
Why?
Because they gave them their DNA. I mean, obviously that's why.
So do you?
They trusted a company. The company turned around and fucked them through negligence, and it's the customer's fault.
So do you out at
That
work?
sounds like rape victims when their test kits get like lost in the facility, and it's really your fault for getting raped. Scumbags.
That's going to be a fucking short right there. It's your fault for getting
It better
raped.
not be.
Yeah.
That's the most out of context. You gotta put it in.
That's what it's gonna be.
You're gonna get me fired.
Banned from YouTube.
And it's coming from the nicest person on the podcast too. That's the
It
beauty.
better not be.
Yeah.
Rape victims.
Look at the fucking veins pop out of his
It's
forehead.
not your fault.
Motherfucker.
I promise you. God damn it.
Sorry.
You gotta put some context
Yeah,
in,
I got-
please.
We're going viral, bitch.
Yep, there you go.
We better not.
Andrew will be known nationwide.
Yeah, he's gonna have more than one fuata on him after this
I
fucking
need you to cut
podcast.
that out. They better not.
According to Taylor, this podcast needs to go up regardless. It's already up.
All of our episodes slap.
We're streaming as we speak. Well, there's been a few. We've had some that are bad.
I think they should still go up regardless.
Yeah.
Like 2 weeks ago, I think it needs to go up. Even if people just hate it and shit on it, I think it had a lot of good moments. And
Nobody really watches the podcast.
Yeah.
We get like maybe at most 100 views on the podcast. It's always our shorts.
So?
Yeah, I have no problem with that either. I don't give a fuck. Upload just 45 minutes of us. Andrew,
just
Andrew.
upload it with a warning that says this podcast is garbage. We weren't going to upload it, but we did.
It has nothing to do with it being garbage or not. It's just, do I really want to put all of Andrew's shit out there?
Yeah.
Do you care?
Well, you
could just bleep out names.
No.
I mean, I know we said her name a lot.
Well, it
during
has nothing
but
to
you
do
just
with-
beep, beep. Just fucking throughout the whole. That could be hilarious too.
That sounds exhausting.
But it's not just Amanda that we're shitting on. It's Andrew, his current, his
Bleep out all
situation.
names.
You fucking bleep out everything.
Put a little pixelated filter over Andrew's face so they don't know it's him.
Yeah.
Get a
great.
voice modulator every time he speaks.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, the super deep voice.
He'll be dead. We will never do another podcast again because he hates Muslims and apparently if you're a rape
And rape
victim, it's your
victims.
fault.
That's not true. I never said that.
Yeah.
That wasn't. Oh God.
That wasn't exactly.
It's not
what he
your
said.
fault. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And I wasn't also attributing, hey, a company losing your DNA to, a rape kit. You being raped. I don't.
Yeah, you're equating it.
God
Why
damn.
don't you just start dropping N-bombs too while you're at it?
God, I'm on the course.
Yeah.
Have you done 23andMe?
I have not.
Have you?
No.
But I also will not give my blood to the company.
Oh yeah, I won't give my blood to our company either. I go to my doctor who I trust, and the nurse who I trust to stick me.
I don't even trust them, but I go to the doctor.
I've never had a fuck up, so until they fuck up, I guess I'm going to trust them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not going to sit down with some person that our company paid to be there to take my blood.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't fucking happening. I don't know what they're going to do with it.
Whenever the company says that we're doing this for your benefit, they're never doing it
No,
for
they're
your
lying.
benefit. And if they have to, or they can, or somebody gets a bright idea up their ass, they're gonna fucking use it.
What if I get like a
against
free
you.
blender with it? Can I do it then? What if they promise a
Well,
free
it-
gift?
As long as they don't rape you.
It's kind of funny because a lot of people at Kaiser
Yeah.
do let their people do it. And what they don't realize is that if they run a genetic panel on you, which I'm sure in the small fine print it says they can do, if they find any genetic defects in your DNA, they can use that to deny you coverage later in life.
Well, this is all for insurance companies.
Yeah.
And since the company wants to pander to them so they can keep their rates the same, that's why we're doing it. So if at some point the insurance company comes up and says, hey, we want to see how many people have heart disease in them or liver cancer or whatever the fuck it is, the company's they're gonna they're gonna allow that to happen because they're gonna want to keep their rates in check because every year it goes up like what 5 to 10%.
Haven't you thought about the poor insurance companies?
It outstrips the rate of inflation. That's for fucking sure.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It's like college tuition. It's scary.
You
know what does come down though is TV prices.
Yeah, that's true.
That is nice.
The TV,
the important things.
We still have our TV from 2008. It's still functional and everything.
Why?
No, it's an LCD, but it's like this fucking thick.
I think your son's gonna enact that against me.
We paid like $900 for that back in 2008.
Right.
You can get a TV that's fucking like a sixth of the width, like twice the size for like what? $400.
It's a lot more disposable.
It's so crazy how cheap TVs have gotten.
Yeah,
it'll last you 3 years.
One thing that has not gone down is computer monitor prices. Those still seem to keep going up.
You can get a decent one for like $200. I'd like an actually good one. Talk about ray tracing.
I got a 27-inch
240 refresh rate.
144 refresh rate, and it's
144
a 2K monitor, and it's curved. And I think I paid $350 for it.
Zach, how much is yours? The one in front of you? 180. Can you speak into the mic, please?
Cost 180.
180. That's for a 240.
Refresh rate's not everything, though.
No, I'm just saying that's for the 240.
Well, you say that, but was the last time you're on like a 30 refresh rate?
Well, I mean,
game or
obviously,
something and it looks
shitty. We're talking about like 120 hertz and up. Like,
but our eyes can only see in 30 anyway, so why do we need anything higher?
So the console kiddies say.
Nobody. I don't think I'm ever gonna buy it. I probably won't buy another console.
I had a 120 hertz monitor back in 2009. No, 10. And I can tell you, going from 60 to 120 back then was revolutionary. I mean, everything was so fucking
Can you imagine Taylor at home on his fucking 1940 TV? It looks like you have glasses on, but they're like dirty.
Got a knob.
Do you have a knob?
Yeah.
Like my
got access to all those UHF channels.
Like my dad, he can't. His clicker broke. His remote control broke. So the poor motherfucker, he can't really change.
Oh,
channels.
we haven't had a remote control for our TV that works in like.
So what do? You
5
stream
years.
everything?
All we need to do is push the power on. Everything's always plugged into the HDMI port.
But what are you using?
Use a sound
for
system
the TV.
volume,
Nothing. There's buttons on the fucking TV.
I know,
for
but
the volume.
how do
That's
you-
crazy. I know that, but why? Anytime you want to turn it up or down, you hit the button.
Yeah.
What are we living?
You're doing the same thing with the remote, just
Hold
from
on.
3 feet of distance.
No.
So I
You
don't
said
understand
3
why.
feet from your TV.
I don't understand why you're getting so upset about this.
No, see, we turn on our TV with a remote, and then we have volume there. But then all of a sudden, all these apps pop up on there, and we just use the remote to go through the apps.
Dude, I said a TV from 2008.
There's no way it's gonna be a smart
That was
TV.
preceding smart TVs
No, I know.
by like almost an entire decade.
I know. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
We have a Blu-ray player.
Oh my god!
Of course, it quit working last month.
There's no such thing as Blu-rays anymore, is there? They don't even sell them motherfuckers anymore.
Yeah, they do.
What? Do they?
Yes, of course they do. They still sell DVDs.
I remember when they stopped selling 3D movies for my 3D TV. It was very sad.
Sad day for you.
It's depressing.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I had like Avatar, and I think that
Yeah,
was it.
I mean, admittedly, almost everything worthwhile is available for streaming these days. But
It's
what
usually-
happens once it goes off of streaming?
What are you talking about?
How are you supposed to fucking watch it anymore?
buy a different streaming service.
Yeah,
Yeah, buy a different
It goes to
stream,
Paramount.
or
You
you
gotta
know,
get
you can
Paramount.
just go buy a physical copy that you can watch whenever you want.
Apparently not, because your Blu-ray player broke.
Well, I mean,
apparently you're screwed.
Well, it's not like
we don't need it right now.
So hold on. So hold on. You had to get up and take your Blu-ray disc and put it in the Blu-ray player, push a button, and then hit play.
Holy shit!
What the fuck?
God damn it!
That's so fucking. That's crazy.
I know.
I thought that was the point of
I
consoles.
may as well
now,
be
is
like
they're
living
like
in the world of the
DVD players.
Flintstones.
My God, what the fuck is going on?
We haven't bought a TV since 2008.
Gonna come to your house. The whole family's gonna be huddled around the radio, listening to the shows, listening to the programs.
Or
Hang
the
on,
world.
It's 6:45. That means
Well, now you guys make enough money to buy a new TV.
It's time for your Orphan Annie update.
Oh shit!
Time for you to buy a new TV.
Remember
Why?
to drink your Ovaltine.
Why not?
It still works.
God.
It works. It's 120 hertz. It was ahead of its time.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, like
4K on that motherfucker?
No, it's 1080p.
Okay.
But it's like, I understand the idea of TVs are so cheap. Why not upgrade to something that's got more clarity, a brighter screen, better speakers installed, and all that stuff. The thing is that my kids, when they want to watch movies, they watch it on their tablets or on their phones in their room. Or my son watches it on his computer. The only one who uses the TV is Robin and, well, now the baby. And it gets like maybe 12 hours of use the entire week.
So the baby can reach up there and hit that power knob?
Yeah, he actually can now.
Oh, son of a bitch.
But because the Blu-ray
Good
player
old.
is broken now, we have to plug my wife's laptop and then do Netflix.
Sounds
and
like a lot of work
Amazon.
to me. Sounds like a lot of fucking work.
That's what happens when you have a TV that's almost 16 years old.
What was his first word? Netflix?
Dog.
Dog.
Yeah.
Dog.
Although when he sees the
floppy back and
Netflix
forth.
app open and the
Bum-bum.
Netflix comes onto the screen,
Yep.
he basically starts cheering. So it's a bad habit to be in, and we need to break him of it. So I think we're going to start
Get him
showing
on
him
Hulu
more stuff
instead.
from Amazon.
Get him on HBO.
Yeah. Well, I was just
Get a
told
Max.
because we get Netflix free through T-Mobile.
Yep.
For having our service.
I just signed up for that today.
I just got a message saying, by the way, you get to keep Netflix.
No, you see,
however, it now has ads.
The basic, right,
What?
is going to have
Yeah.
ads, and you got to pay
You
more.
now
to,
have Hulu as well as Netflix, but it has ads. It's like, fuck, what a backhanded thing to do. Just pay the extra $2 for me to get rid of the fucking ads.
No.
Crazy.
We don't have ads.
I remember.
I think we're just going to
I
stop
don't
watching Netflix. I mean, honestly.
Yeah, they've screwed over so many.
No, they've fucked
They've made
around
so
for
many
too
awful
long.
decisions.
They cancel shows after a season or two, even though they're popular,
Yeah.
just because they didn't get the viewing hours. It's like, fuck. You can't get invested in anything other than movies on Netflix because chances are they're going to crush your fucking hopes and dreams by canceling the show too soon.
Like what show?
Santa Clarita Diet was one of my favorites.
What was it?
Called Santa Clarita Diet, and it had
I've never heard of it.
yeah,
Drew
you wouldn't-
Barrymore and
Timothy Olyphant.
Timothy Olyphant. She's a zombie.
Yeah, it was really. I actually found it legitimately hilarious because there's a scene with a neo-Nazi in that, and it's just. Do you remember that? Do you ever watch that show?
I watched the first 2 episodes and I was like, this is neither funny nor interesting.
It got so good, so good. You
I
guys
mean,
wanna go down to
I'm
the-
a fan of Timothy Olyphant.
Yep.
Not so much Drew Barrymore, but the show just did not click with me.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
It gets there. It gets.
The ones that they don't bring back, like I could watch
they canceled-
Californication again, but they've never brought that back on there.
Ugh.
What do you mean? That's great. It's amazing. I hated Rob Lowe until I saw that.
How do you hate Rob Lowe?
No, he's fucking horrible. He's a
He was
horrible
in
actor.
Parks and Rec, and that show was fantastic.
After the fact, right?
Oh,
Californication first.
Well, Rob Lowe has a new series on Netflix, or maybe it came out last year.
You seen that firefighting show or what? Is that what you're
No,
talking about?
it's the one where he's like a tech billionaire.
Oh.
And like it's just about his crazy, eccentric life, I guess. I've never been a huge fan of Rob Lowe. Like
He's a horrible actor.
He
He's
thrives
still
in
hot
like
as fuck in
certain
here.
roles, but overall, I really don't care for him.
Yeah. He's horrible. He's a horrible actor. You know who I thought was a horrible actor until like John Wick came out? Keanu
Stop
Reeves.
it.
I mean,
Prick.
Keanu Reeves.
He only had a good track record. Bill and Ted's. Are you kidding me?
He does exactly the
Terrific.
same thing every fucking time.
He plays basically the same character.
He's the same person every time. Johnny Depp. Well, I mean, we've gotten this before. Johnny Depp's a fucking amazing actor. He changes himself almost every single time.
That's not true. What do you mean?
What do you mean
I
it's not
always
true?
think of him as Jack Sparrow.
He's always the same in the Pirates movies.
No, hang
Like,
on.
oh, yeah,
Think
he's
about
playing
him
the
as
same
like
character.
Mordecai or any of one of his other movies. Blow.
When
hang
they,
on.
So when they brought back out 21 Jump Street, right? And I can't remember what it was called, but they had little fat kid in there.
Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill and the good-looking guy from
Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum. I didn't know that Johnny Depp was in there
When he
until
had the cameo, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, but he was in that whole fucking movie, but you couldn't tell it was him. Why? Because he's fucking amazing.
And he had loads of makeup on. He would
Doesn't
dump
matter.
makeup.
He's fucking amazing.
I mean, I agree with you that Keanu Reeves has kind of played the exact same character since the original Matrix.
Yeah. So
I agree with that statement.
After
But
I
I
went-
don't dislike him in John Wick.
No,
I
he's
love
great
him
at
I
in
what
mean,
he does.
he has an intense aura about him.
What about Tom
in that
Cruise?
show?
Did you say Tom Cruise plays the same character?
Yes.
No.
He's in a lot.
Yes.
When I realized that he was a great actor was when
Oh my God, he's not.
when he was in the autistic movie. What the fuck was that with Dustin Hoffman?
Oh, Rain Man.
Rain Man. And they're in the fucking airport, and he gets pissed off at the Rain Man, and he grabs the fucking thing from him, and it really looked like he was angry, like, come on, motherfucker. And I was like, holy shit, this guy's a great fucking
So
actor.
one brief,
Beating the shit out of an autistic man.
brief, like 3-second scene in a movie made Dwayne change his whole mind about Tom
He probably
Cruise.
was pissed. Probably did
Yeah.
it like 100 times, and he was just wanting to get the scene over.
Tom Cruise is not a good actor.
Nicolas Cage, same thing every
Nicolas
fucking
Cage.
time.
You know what Kim
Nicolas
told me?
Cage, not a good actor.
Kim
I
told
like
me-
him. I like his movies, but he's not a good actor. It's just.
I know.
Did you see that movie that he did where he doesn't say a single thing during it?
No.
He gets paid to like clean this old like Chuck E. Cheese type place with animatronic characters that
yeah.
are possessed, and there's some kids who are sneaking in there to have some fun, some drunky sex and stuff, and he doesn't say a single fucking word the whole movie, and it's just basically the kids being killed by the animatronics and him just going to town and saving the day. But he doesn't say a single fucking word.
Huh.
That is one of my favorite movies that he's in. Because he doesn't open his fucking mouth the whole time.
He had some great movies
It's
though.
all
Con
just
Air.
looks.
Con Air was great.
I happen to have a very nostalgic view of Gone in 60 Seconds.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's arguably not a good movie. But at the point in my life when I saw it, I thought it was the most amazing thing ever. And I still have a soft spot for it, but it is not a good movie.
Okay, best actor ever.
Morgan Freeman.
We were going to say that.
Pete Davidson.
Pete Davidson, Steven Seagal.
Fuck.
Steven Seagal.
You both are idiots.
Steven Seagal.
Okay. You don't think Tom Cruise is a good action star?
No, but
Kim told me 2 nights ago she thinks
Difference between action star and good actor.
Hang on a second. Kim told me she doesn't like Tom Cruise for his action movies, but for his romances. She thinks he's a better romance star.
What romance movies is Tom Cruise
I
been
was
in?
trying to think about because he's in
Footloose?
No, he wasn't in Footloose.
No, who was in
That's
Footloose?
Kevin
then?
Bacon.
Kevin
Was
Bacon.
it Kevin Bacon?
That
Top
was,
Gun.
I've never seen Top Gun. It's never had any interest for me.
Those are great.
And
movies,
is that a
though.
romance movie?
Those are terrific.
There's a romance
It's about
in there.
flying around in combat jets. How is
No,
that not an
there's
action
a romance
movie?
in it.
It's
Yeah, but
what's
there's
that?
romance in basically every movie,
What's that
even
Facebook
action movies.
or not the
Apparently, that's what gets her wet.
the football? What's the where he's a football?
A football? I never
He's-
saw that
he's
movie
a-
where Tom Cruise
It was a
a football.
stretch, and he did a hell of a job
Okay,
being
all
the
right.
football.
I'll have to look this one up.
Where he is what? A football what?
He wasn't. He was a football. He wasn't a coach. He was. I can't remember the name of the movie
You're fucking making shit up now.
where he's wearing the long shirt and he's sliding around singing on hardwood floors.
It's not football. That's risky business.
Okay, well, risky business. I'm thinking of a different one.
He was a kid, and they go out and
I think he's got a lot of romance movies. Actually, I'm trying to. Now that I think of it, I think he's romance a lot.
no, he's not.
I'm gonna. Yeah, here we go. Shucks.
Oh god, he's bringing our fucking podcast.
I don't-
down
I don't-
with this shit.
I am.
I have a lot of actors that I like, and I think they're really good.
Jerry Maguire.
They're like all over
Jerry
the
Maguire's
age of
one of my
50,
favorite
though.
movies of all time.
Like, I don't think we've had any genuinely like groundbreaking actors and actresses come out in the last like 20, 30 years.
Who?
I'm saying,
Well,
I'm
well, I
saying,
know, but what are you talking about?
I'm
Johnny
saying
Depp.
all of my favorite actors are over the age of 50. Like, I don't have any actors or actresses my age or around it that I like.
Aquaman.
Eyes Wide Shut. That was romance.
It's him banging his wife. And
Interview with the Vampire.
Isn't Jason Momoa like older though?
I don't know. I don't care. He's an asshole. So
He's an asshole. What do you mean?
Apparently, my father-in-law says he's an asshole. My racist father-in-law.
Okay, well, that's not exactly a source of information.
So he's married to Lisa Bonet. He wants
He's 44.
He's married to Lisa Bonet. So she was on the Cosby Show. She was the sister, the older sister.
Wait, so she's like way older than he is.
She's like 10. I thought she was way older, but she's like 10 years older.
Oh,
But Tom Holland, he's a great actor.
No, he's not. I just watched him last night.
In what?
Him and Mark Wahlberg in this fucking treasure movie.
Oh, Uncharted.
Oh.
Is that what it is?
Like, I think...
No, he's not.
I think he has the potential to be a good actor, but I think he needs to get more years under
Jake
his belt.
Gyllenhaal, whatever the fuck his name is. He's a really
Jake Gyllenhaal's a good actor.
He's a really good actor.
He's like 45.
And he's all fucking steroided up too and everything.
In Southpaw.
Andrew's favorite was Brokeback Mountain.
Rip
It's
Keith.
really a stretch.
Oh, there was a lot of stretch. Yeah, right? Okay, that's...
Boom.
Gotcha.
Heath Ledger, amazing actor.
Yeah, at least he didn't
He's
have
okay.
like we didn't
Did
see
you
him
watch
fall
the
off
new
on his
Joker?
career.
I tried.
It
Which
was
one?
really dark.
The one that just came
Yeah,
out?
I mean, it seems like they took a lot of creative. It seems like they said, okay, we want this movie to be about the Joker in an alternate universe, and this is his origin story.
Yeah.
But that as far as I know,
Stick to the script,
really
bitch.
wasn't like. I mean, as far as the comic book Joker goes, it's more of like a real world reality version of the Joker instead of the comic book version of the Joker. And I didn't really care for it that much.
So he's there at the time. He's a
Joaquin Phoenix.
He's a full-grown man when Bruce Wayne is a child. I just didn't get that. So Bruce Wayne's parents get killed when Joker's like in his 40s. It's like, what the fuck is going on? This makes no sense to me at all. You didn't make it through that far? And it's like 2 hours and 40 fucking minutes to watch this whole cocksucking movie.
I don't think that's true.
It is true.
Yeah, just to find out that he's been hallucinating for half the fucking movie.
And the hallucination scene
Like-
sucked. It's like you didn't know when he was in or out, and then you go,
Yeah.
oh, he's making out with this fucking black chick, and he's just fucking masturbating or whatever the fuck he's doing.
You realize that
Like,
nothing
God.
you saw actually happened, and it's just like
I don't know.
it's
who
like
fucking directed
you
this.
may
It was
have gotten
shit.
to the end of the movie and then had them
stuff.
go, let's go back, and then just start it over.
Yeah,
Like
it was shit.
Yeah, it was a bad way to do it.
And I wanted to like
And they're
it.
making a sequel.
Oh God, I won't watch it.
I couldn't even get through the first one.
Yeah. You can be a good actor and play those, but you don't have to be morose through the whole fucking thing. It was just he played the same thing the whole fucking time, and it was just horrid. Who was it? Who was the main actor? You guys know?
Joaquin Phoenix. Same guy who played Johnny Cash.
Not a fan. Dad didn't watch Johnny Cash, but this was fucking
The thing
horrible.
about that is you guys are both wrong about that movie, so
How so?
I'm not going to go into details.
You're the one who you were
great. I
know.
I like what?
You're the one who said all rape
Spoiler warning.
victims. Yeah, you're the one who said all rape victims are at fault.
Okay.
So I'm not even listening
taken
to you on this.
drastically out of context. I didn't say that.
You don't need to justify yourself and your beliefs.
That's not what the short will say.
I don't need there to be short of that. I'm going to lose my job.
Lose your job? What, for an opinion?
I mean, I'm pretty sure most of the people at the place we work agree with you. So
Yeah.
They shouldn't.
Well, that's how horrible the place we work is.
The people.
The people at the place
people.
we work, because the company is such a good, reputable,
It really
wonderful
is.
place to be.
Making the best metal for airplanes.
Okay. That's why I don't fly.
That's not why. I don't
That's
fly.
that's not the sound of a door flying off the hinges on an airplane.
No. I still fly on Airbus.
I will not fly on any airplane.
Airbus.
For fear of our metal being on it. No, honestly.
You
I
just
don't do
driving
it.
everywhere. What if you got how are you going to get to Hawaii?
Then
To
I'm
visit
swimming.
Dwayne.
Taking a fucking boat or something. I'm not getting on a goddamn plane.
You're gonna get a
Flying,
canoe.
flying over thousands of miles of ocean with nowhere to go. Fuck that.
Oh, you got places to go. It's going to be down.
Well, that's not helpful.
You're going to go visit flight
And then you'll be swimming
MH370.
again.
How many planes have we lost over the ocean in the last like 20 years where they just never found? MH180 or whatever, that one that fucking just disappeared off the map. Never found it.
What are we talking about here?
Dying in an airplane crash.
It's safer than any other form of travel.
And yet when I'm in control, I feel better about myself.
Yeah.
I'm not the one
I don't.
flying that fucking airplane.
So
Maybe they should let me try.
Andrew is exactly the same kind of driver you are.
Like a grandma? I drive like a fucking grandma.
Kind of.
I like
Except
don't
when he's next to an
speed.
electric car and he thinks he can take it.
Yeah, there's no chance.
Yeah, there was no chance.
Just 0 to 60 and fuck you.
I always stay
We were already
within
doing
5 miles
60.
of the speed limit.
Oh, when we're coming back from Idaho, he decided I was ahead of him. He decided he was going to jump me.
Oh, yeah.
And I was doing like 70. And then he jumps and I'm in the electric car. What the fuck are you going to do? I just catch him and I just barely tap it and go past him. But anyways, most of the time he drives like a grandpa. But things are out of your control. Like when he got in the car accident out here on he was in the right of way. Somebody slammed into him. Even though you're in control, you can still have problems. And it happens.
I don't disagree.
And it happens more often on the roadway than it does in the air.
I know.
He's thinking percentages. A lot more people driving than flying. You gotta drive every. You don't fly every day.
What?
You take a lot more car trips than plane trips.
But they
for
broke
sure.
it down. It's the safest way to travel.
Did you know that an airplane can continue to fly safely on just one engine?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They build them that way.
I know, but it's just so insane to think about.
That's big Boeing paying for your. The
No, well,
news
that's
articles
the
you
way
read.
Boeing used to
That's
be.
shills.
The new Maxes just fall out of the fucking sky.
That's not true.
A couple years ago it was true. They had to ground all of them.
Falling out of the sky means coming straight down. They careen. They glide into
They-
uncontrolled landings.
They didn't. They fucking computer system fucked up in the.
Yes, and the plane thought they were much lower than they should be, or that they were at an angle, and it was like, all right, time to nosedive.
Yeah, into the ground.
Yeah, but that's not falling out of the sky. I
Well,
mean,
it
it's
kinda is.
If you're going like this, it's
That's
intentional.
flying into the sky.
That's flying into the ground,
That's going
not falling
max
out of the
speed.
sky.
Can
yeah.
you imagine how
Yeah.
fast you're going
Still
just
picking up
straight
fucking
down?
speed. Yeah.
At least you'd be dead quick.
Oh yeah, you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At
I
least it
mean,
would be
you'd be dead
processed.
instantly.
You'd be like
Yeah.
in a sub seeing the Titanic. You just squish.
Just 1 second you're alive. The next moment,
That's how
you're just
that's
a paste.
Not a bad way to go at all.
No, that would be the best way to go.
That'd be terrifying until that happens.
I mean,
but-
sitting there and hearing the of metal and glass contorting and twisting under pressure. Yeah,
I can't imagine that was
for
the-
about 30 seconds. That would be an absolute nightmare, and then it would be over. Poor submarine
The 5
people.
minutes while they're flying down into the ground probably wasn't pleasant. Probably a lot of screaming going on.
I would imagine that with the G forces of increased speed, I mean,
Take a minute.
at that point, I'm guessing that people were at the stage of passing out and all that stuff.
on.
You really think everybody was sitting there just going, "Ah!" as they nosedive into the ground?
That's how I
if,
envision
if,
it.
if you were on the plane, you'd be smiling. Finally.
I would just be like, God damn! Sweet release! It's
Thank
about time
God.
we shut this shit down.
Yeah. So we've been working out.
Or I'd be saying Norm Wilford must not have properly sonic scanned this plane.
Last night was great. So me and Zach have been going to the gym quite often, and the gains are there. I mean, we're getting swole.
Okay.
I can see it.
I run into Brian. He was on the podcast. One time you didn't show up. Brian was on the podcast with us. And run into Brian. And I say, hey, Brian. Doesn't pay attention. He's fucking working out intensely. So last night we're working out. And I look up and there's Brian smiling at me. Like, hey, buddy, how you doing?
Did he have an erection?
No. And he goes, hey, come over and see me before you get done.
Uh-oh.
And so me and Zach finish up our workout. We go over there just to get his number because he killed all social media. Obviously, he's a Trumper or conservative. Let's put it that way. And so we go over there.
Trumper is more appropriate.
Oh, my God. Dude, whatever fucking needles he's sticking into him, his fucking forearms are like that, but you don't see it from a distance because he's wearing a big shirt and stuff. This guy is jacked like a motherfucker.
Is this the landscaper?
No, he was the guy that had been into drugs before.
I thought that's what he was doing as landscaping.
No, he doesn't.
So I guess doing steroids is just a natural thing then.
As we're walking out, I said, "Jesus Christ, dude, you're ripped." He goes, "Yep." I said, like I was going to ask for advice, and he goes, "It's just pushing weights. It's just hard work." I love when these fucking guys, Sam, whatever the fuck, what's his name, Zach? Sam, whatever. Sam Solk, all over the internet. He's getting like 30 million views a day, making tons of money, and he's just roided up like a motherfucker. But he looks small compared to Brian. Brian is fucking huge, like fucking forearms that are just like that fucking big. It was just crazy. That's the first thing he said when we walked out.
Ooh.
Zach said that. Zach's getting fucking decently big, but we're putting in the hard work. I think we need to start fucking juicing.
Get that bull shark semen.
Well,
I think all of us need to start.
No, two of you juice, and then I'll be the control.
You'll be the control.
Yep.
You ready to start juicing?
No, wait.
Does it
you're
mean
like-
I can be as lazy as I am currently?
You're in between both of us. You be the control. Yeah, we'll do that, and then you and I will.
So
will
he'll get the
juice.
testosterone. I'll be the control.
I'll do the steroids,
and he'll get the.
I'll get
bull
steroids
semen.
around my ass. That's a good idea. I'm okay with that. That's something we can do. That's for science, obviously.
Obviously.
Do you know where I can get some steroids?
Yes.
Let's ask Brian.
You can get everything on the internet. Just got to
I
order
sold all
from
my
China or
Bitcoin.
Mexico.
No,
I sold
because
my
it's
crypto.
Schedule 1. You'll go to fucking jail for that.
Dude, you get fentanyl shipped from China all the time.
Yeah, but they're bringing it across the border. It's okay. They process it in fucking Mexico and Canada. Everybody goes, we got to close the borders because all this fentanyl. It's coming through fucking Canada, too.
Do you think they have to declare that on their taxes like we do? When
What's
the
that?
IRS asks how much money you've made from illegal activities,
Fentanyl.
such as drug dealing and
Do they ask that
legal
on
gambling.
there?
Oh yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Oh, yeah.
TurboTax is
You
fucking...
technically have to report any income, and they even ask for income from illegal
I say we get
activities
rid of the
on there.
IRS. God damn it.
Okay.
Why are we funding this? I'm sick of paying so much taxes. Fuck them.
Everyone's individual property should be a city-state.
I like it.
Yeah. Then we can invade each other all the time.
That sounds awful. That sounds
What's
chaotic.
What's that mobile game where you like build your little base and then invade other people's?
Cock?
Like
Big cock.
Clash of the Clans or something, whatever.
Cock to the max.
Yeah, we can just make the entire world that.
Here's the deal. $6,500, and most of it goes to school district and support services and stuff like that. Our schools are ranked like 50th in the world. Why isn't your wife being a better teacher?
Just get her on the podcast, and
Yeah.
I'll have you ask that specifically.
Why is our school system shit, but we have to pay so much for it?
I bet she's got a good answer for
because
you.
it's underfunded.
How is
I
it
mean,
underfunded?
We pay a shitload for it, yes, but it's still horribly underfunded. Teachers still have to buy their own supplies for their students in their class
Why is that? When I'm giving them so much?
because it's not enough.
It is enough.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
You say that, yes, it is, but I'm telling you, based on the numbers and what every teacher will say,
Right, what teachers say.
it's not enough because it's not. It's just physically not enough.
It is enough. So
then
what-
you go be a fucking teacher and deal with it.
I'm not going to be a fucking teacher.
Well, then don't complain.
I can certainly complain because I'm giving them $6,500
Let
a
me
year
ask you this.
out of my fucking
Your daughters,
taxes.
your daughters, what did they succeed in life?
Did they succeed in life?
Yeah.
I think they're pretty fresh out of college, though, aren't
But are they succeeding
No,
in
they're-
life?
Of course.
Okay. They went through the public school system, so obviously it's only failing the people who don't give a fuck about it.
And that the parents that suck.
Parents and children that suck.
Okay.
they? Yeah, it's not just on the parents.
No,
There are
it's
some kids that are
absolutely
shit.
not just on the parents.
Okay, so
but still,
I was a shitty kid.
it's not like
You weren't,
everybody
Andrew.
is failing. People who actually try
Okay, so
succeed.
why is Norway? Why do they have a better school system than ours?
Think about their military. Ugh.
Probably
Military
because they have
sucks.
less fucking people.
Stop
and
it.
they pay 50% taxes. to adequately
So
fund
do we.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
Jesus Christ, no, we don't.
What are you out of your fucking mind?
Okay. The IRS just released their updated tax brackets.
Yeah.
And anybody who makes between 67 and like what? I think it's like 299, 298 now, only pays 25% of their income to taxes.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That is not 50%.
Instead of 28.
And even if you include sales tax, gas tax, and all that, you're still not going to work your way all the way up to 50%, no matter how you slice it.
Oh yeah, you pay more than that.
I
No,
pay
you
extra. I said
don't.
this checking the IRS every month. Extra $1,000 just for funsies.
Everything that you
Just 'cause I
buy is taxed in
Not food.
Spokane 10%.
Not food.
No, not food in Washington State, but in Idaho or Oregon
No one
or
gives
other
a-
places.
Yeah, and
I know.
Where they're
Idaho
living
wastes their tax
wages
money,
are-
what little they actually get from
Stop
their
it.
populace.
You pay too much in taxes. Even if it's 40% of your wages, it's still 40% of your fucking wages that you do not get. They go to services.
I don't disagree.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is
if we're giving them that much money, why isn't our school system better?
Mismanagement. Because the government's incompetent. There's a reason why Social Security may run out. It's because
They're
at one
defunding
point it was untouchable. This money could not be used for anything
No.
but paying out people who paid into it. And then one day someone got the bright idea to say, hey, it's got a lot of money in it. Let's start dipping. The government started stealing from the funds, and now we're in a situation where now that the boomers are all retired or retiring, everyone's like, oh, money's gone. We don't have enough people replacing the boomers.
Who voted on that?
Not yet, at least.
Did we vote on that?
No.
Or was it the boomers that were voting on
It's
that?
the people in charge.
But yeah, I would say wasteful spending, earmarks, all this bullshit that can allow them to just take money from things. It's mismanagement of funds.
Was there
There
like
you
a
go.
short-term return involved with that? Like our taxes would go down if we started dipping into the 401k? And our, not our 401k, but our
Social Security?
Social Security, yeah.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. Is that what they came up with? Is why would they, like short-term
No, they
returns?
they want to defund it, so you have to take your money and invest it. So big business gets richer and fucking richer, and they take more from the system. So that's my point, Taylor. They're mismanaging it. U High and CV out here are fucking giant mausoleums. These fucking things are the Taj Mahals of fucking. Why do they need schools that are that fucking huge? And you're going to say to house all the fucking kids. Well, how did they house them before? Couldn't they do additions? Couldn't they remodel instead of spending $56 million on a fucking $56 million on one fucking school?
In my experience, they don't do that.
No,
The
they don't.
highest
In my
paying jobs in the
experience of
country are always
being
like
a student, they never did that. Anytime the school needed a remodel, they simply tore it the fuck down
Yeah.
and built a new one. That's just how it's always been.
So when we had the exchange student from Germany living with us, she said, North Central, which is an older school, right? That's where my daughters went. She said, I cannot believe how beautiful your schools are. Ours are not like that. But we have books and they have more teachers, right?
Well, that's because
So
the
the-
United States has slowly been making the teacher to student ratio more and more out of whack.
We prioritize the wrong things. So our school system goes to shit.
Quantity over quality.
And then
Yep.
we're not hiring the right people. Like
Idaho, you're not even required to have a degree
I understand
to
that.
be a teacher.
And it was interesting when one guy came from the Tri-Cities. He said, we couldn't do what they were teaching in Washington State anymore. We had to leave. And when I told him, and they moved to Idaho, and when I told him, you don't have to have a degree to be a teacher in Idaho. And what? He couldn't fucking believe that. Yeah, motherfucker, go look it up because they don't want to pay the teachers. Instead of paying administration so much and building fucking mausoleums, let's put more teachers in the classroom. Let's hire better people. Let's make it more equitable. But we don't.
agree.
Why am I giving so much money to a failed? That's my point. Why am I giving so much money to something that isn't working?
And that's the exact argument that the GOP uses to go for private schools.
And so they can privatize them, give it to businesses.
Exactly.
That's not what I'm saying.
But that is what you are saying is the same argument that the GOP uses to justify private schools.
Justify it. It's kind of like this FMLA that we have, family medical leave. It's amazing idea, but people abuse it. So if you put something in place, it's okay to change it and make it better.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you can't keep things static. But when we put stuff in place, it is what it is. Instead of remodeling a school, like we were saying, or something like that, and getting rid of some of the administration and hire more teachers and stuff, we continue down the same path. We don't change anything. Because if you benefit from the system, you don't want the system to change.
Yep.
And that's a fucking problem.
Yep.
We have shitty fucking people in charge. This is a rant for nothing. All my kids are almost done with school.
Let's go. Scram. That was the end of the podcast right there.
We can. Well, I'm just going to make some shorts about rape.
You better not.
Andrew's going to go viral.
It's so out of context.
He really is.
He's going to be nationally known as the most disgusting individual in the world.
Oh, no.
That's all right. It's going up on all our
Worse
platforms.
than Kim Jong-un, Vladimir Putin,
You can tell that
Hitler.
Andrew has a very one-track mind. And
Yeah.
when
Rape?
he went rape, it could be rape, because he was thinking about doing raping while he wasn't getting no sex. So he'd post on Twitter all the time. He had stuff on his mind. But now he's just thinking about how he can have sex with Kim in different positions. So there's no Twitter activity at all. He just stopped completely.
Yeah, no, that's true. I had more time to think.
Yeah.
When I wasn't.
Now he's fucking...
Don't they call that like
evolved.
post-nut clarity?
I haven't.
You would think you would have clarity and you would be able to think better after you nuts. But no.
I did come up with a tweet. What do you mean? I just tweeted like a week and a half ago.
No.
A week and a half ago.
Was it really a week and a half
We
ago?
got to call it an X. I just X'd like a week and a half ago.
No, you didn't.
I refuse to call
I think
it
the
that.
27th of November.
Yeah.
X.
Is that when it was?
Let's see if I did something more recent. It was. No, it was 27th of November.
Yeah.
For sure.
So he's been going out with her like since November, the 27th of November.
I mean, you can go ahead and say like a month. It's okay.
A month.
Primo. Every single tweet's a banger.
It's not. It's horrid.
It's so good.
It's so good. So he has a very one-track mind. He absorbed into her, and now he's just, he can't do anything. So I think we bring back Amanda.
It's just an amalgamation
We
of
bring
what
back
the
a-
pussy wants.
Yeah, that's what we bring back Amanda. So he gets cut off from sex all the time, and he has these he's back on Twitter. Back on Twitter.
Does New Girl watch the podcast?
She has
No.
a name.
I don't care.
Whore.
Can't call her that.
Kim.
She isn't.
I
Her
don't
name
care.
is Kim.
She's really gonna like that too.
I'm never gonna meet her, so it's fine.
Yeah.
I don't need to remember her name.
Oh yeah. You might meet her.
I never met the A word. So
Amanda?
Yeah.
Well, he kept her hidden away at Starbucks
Kept
and
her
at
at a
home.
distance.
She had a stalker too, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What was his name?
Giuseppe or something.
Yeah, he was a greasy Italian too.
Yeah, dude.
She picked out these greasy Italians.
Almost as greasy as me.
Almost.
I comb myself with olive oil every morning.
Well, it's a good thing for your skin.
That's
Right now, my
why we do it.
psoriasis is almost gone.
Sounds like trouble just tends to find her.
Why you call it Italians trouble, you dick?
Yep.
You really okay? That's fair.
My family has had awful experiences in Italy. So
Why? Like multiple?
Yeah.
You're talking. You guys getting like
Okay,
targeted?
like the most egregious story. So
Last one, and then we're gonna get off
I've
here.
told this before, but my mom, brother, aunt, and cousin went to a restaurant over in Italy, and they ordered their food. My aunt got spaghetti sauce, meatballs.
What else are you gonna get in Italy?
Well, this tells you how.
Try the culture.
That's what I'm saying.
Why not try
So,
something new and
they bring
exotic?
They bring out the food.
Hold on, real quick. We can tell he's from white privilege. We're not. They're in Italy. His parents.
Yeah, and you're
Not
getting
my parents.
spaghetti.
Your mom.
My mom and my aunt,
Yeah.
my brother and
white
cousin.
privilege. Okay.
Okay, sure. But so
Aryan.
what do we do in the U.S. when you have spaghetti?
You eat it.
What do you put on it?
Ketchup.
Sauce. Meatballs.
I already said it included sauce and
Oh,
meatballs.
okay.
What do you
Parmesan.
sprinkle? There you go. You put Parmesan cheese
though.
on top of your spaghetti.
Yeah, okay.
It's something that apparently you don't do, but I grew up doing. He obviously at least
You
knows
get the
about
green
it.
bottle that's half sawdust. and
Yeah,
that
that used
shit
to
on
be
top.
fucking tree pulp and shit. Yeah. But yeah, she started putting Parmesan on it.
Right.
And the waiter saw this and immediately flipped a bitch and went back into the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the chef comes out and just fucking starts screaming at her
Why did they-
in Italian about putting Parmesan fucking cheese on her goddamn spaghetti.
Wait, hang on. Did she bring it with her into the store?
No!
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
It was at the table,
Yes!
and they were pissed at her for putting it
Yes!
on. What else are you gonna put it on?
Yeah, exactly.
You just have it there.
That
for
makes no
He
sense.
took it.
looks?
He took it as an absolute personal insult that someone was putting Parmesan cheese
I'm
on the
confused.
meal.
That guy needs to be
on
fired.
the meal that he
Holy
had
shit.
made.
I'm confused.
Like, I understand if
Why would it be on the table in the first place?
well, it's confusing to me too. But yeah, he flipped out about it and was screaming at him for like 5 minutes about how she had ruined the meal he had prepared for her.
In English.
No, in Italian.
Maybe it was saying put more on. You don't have enough on.
No, that's
And
not
she
what was
misunderstood
happening.
him.
Yeah, what if,
Anyway.
you don't know what he was saying. He could have been thanking
Well,
her for
I mean, I don't
thanks
speak
for using that
Italian,
Parmesan.
but I can't guarantee that my aunt. I mean, my mom was the one that told me this story, so obviously someone there understood Italian and either said, "Hey, he's yelling at you about this," maybe the waiter or something. I don't know, but they knew what he was trying to convey, and he was unhappy.
So what you're saying, all Italians suck.
Well, they allow the Vatican to be in their country, so yeah, all Italians suck.
This is Fuatan number 2. Number 2. We got the guy who doesn't care about rape. You're a liar.
That's not
who
what
hates
the
Muslims.
fatwa was. And that's not true.
Now, yeah. I just don't
Neither
like fat
of those.
people.
Now my
If you
track
got a
record says.
fupa and you're putting a foie on me, it doesn't matter. You're too lazy to get out
Yeah,
of
he
your
can-
fucking
he
seat
can
anyways.
outrun you.
Yeah, I can. So fuck off. All right, that's it for this one. Thank you for joining us on this episode of the Unfamiliar Podcast.
Hooray!
Ooh.